Alright, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to another Modern Green Tron video. I'll be playing this deck today in a Moto competitive league, and with the release of the most recent Magic set, we did technically get a new card. I'm not going to say it's a strict upgrade or anything, but we did get access to Inscribed Tablet. If you want to see a copy of my deck list, you can hit !deck in the chat, and it should paste a link via the bot. Otherwise, if you're watching this on YouTube after I've streamed it, it should be posted in the description. This card is both better and worse than I thought it was, and I'm a little bit disappointed because it was almost like super fantastic for this deck. But the fact of the matter, if you reveal a land, you have to take the land. Kind of sucks. You can't just cash this in for a draw whenever you want. Hey, Mixum, how's it going? What's up, athlete? But we're just going to go ahead and run this through another constructed league, and we'll see how we do. I hope y'all are enjoying the content still. That YouTube video appears to be the most popular one I've put up in a while, based on how many people are viewing it. It is close to a colorless Ancient Stirrings. It lets you only take lands out of the top 5 you reveal. You can only pick a land. In fact, you must pick a land if you reveal. But if you don't put any lands into your hand, you draw a card instead. So, like, it's always going to get you a card. It's just, most of the time, it's going to get you a land. So, I like it. I actually think it's pretty decent. I mean, it is a worse Stirrings, right? But the fact of the matter is, we have a card that we can run that is better than Relic for card selection. And I know people are like, oh, you took the Grave Hate out of the deck, but it's like, the Grave Hate only helps versus like 2 decks, and it's not that great. And we still have it out of the sideboard. So, hey Slayer. Yes, I know you exist. Tomorrow is a holiday for me, and I'll be recording your decks then. I have it all planned out. Okay, this is a mulligan. You're against a deck that is playing Gigantha. I can work with this. I'm going to put back Oblivion Stone. Hey, Toasty Tony, how's it going? Oh, you're fine. Opponent starts with a Stomping Ground into Soul Guide Lantern. Interesting. We're going to start with Power Plant into Inscribed Tablet. Pass the turn. No, it's okay, I have no plans. I already did everything else I wanted to do this weekend. So, I don't think this is Ponza. Because if it's Ponza, they're not running Pillage. And I don't know why Ponza would ever not run Pillage. Tablet and Tron, what did I sub out? Basically, I would play it over Relic of Progenitus. I took a few other cards out of the deck that I was running in multiples. From the list I was playing, I took out a couple of Wurmcoils and Oblivion Stones. So, we'll see. So far, it's been pretty good to me. So we draw something. Expedition Map. Crack Inscribed Tablet. See if we get anything. Some weird affinity thing? Could be. Opponent is now reading the card. Yep. Tends to happen. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, we didn't hit any lands, so we draw a card. We draw a sphere. So I think the game plan now is play a forest and Stirrings to try and hit a land. I was trying to save Stirrings to like maybe hit a threat. I don't want a redundant power plant. So I am going to take Ugin here. Ugin I don't think is going to be very good. Pass the turn. But yeah, so far the way that I've been playing Tablet is generally when I want to Stirrings to try and hit a land, if I have Tablet, I play Tablet instead. So that I can save Stirrings to try and help me find my Karns and stuff like that. Okay, another Saga. Would not be surprised if they just pass and make a token. Okay. We draw a Wurmcoil Engine. So play Inscribed Tablet, because this is going to dig us the deepest. Inscribed Tablet for... So we've dug 15 cards deep, and we've only found all 4 power plants. Oh, that is not common. Yeah, okay, we'll play out a map. Pass the turn. I mean, the possibility exists. We'll see what comes in the new set. Okay, opponent makes a construct. They're probably going to go get a Pithing Needle for my Expedition map. Maybe I shouldn't have played it out, but The Tron gods are displeased. They very well could be. Yep, there's the Pithing Needle. On Expedition map. Yes, I do have explosives in the sideboard. They attack us for 4, we go to 16. I guess we start cracking spheres and stars. Okay, add green. Sundering Titan. Play sphere. Alright. Yeah, our deck has not been kind to us. So it's, let's see, 3 draws, 4, 5. Top 27 cards of our deck had 4 power plants, no other Tron cards. So I mean, like, the other 8 Tron lands are in the next 30 cards. They gotta be there. There's just nothing else they could be, right? But I think we're gonna just die to these constructs is the problem. Opponent gets an Aether Spellbomb. They play a Renin 6. They pick up Urza's Saga. They replay Urza's Saga. And they've got a Power Conduit. The charge counter stuff. We take 12, go to 4. Yeah, we don't have an answer that we can actually play against this, so I think I'm just going to concede. But I want to see if I can find a second Tron land that isn't Power Plant. Good gosh. I'm just going to scoop. Moto is not being kind to me right now. We are bringing in triple force here. We definitely want Force of Vigor in this matchup. Can always win by timeout. I guess that's true. Oh, yeah, exactly. That could totally be a thing. Okay, I'm going to put Oblivion Stone in the Wishboard along with a Wurmcoil Engine, even though those cards are possibly good against this opponent. And I think I'm going to cut one Ugin the Spirit Dragon. We're going to try it like this. 6 mana Ugin isn't great. No, but I actually think it has some synergy. Hey, Orch, how's it going? The cost reduction is non-zero, and the blockers are non-zero. Like, of the permanents my opponent could have, we can downtick to kill Renin 6, I guess. So. Alright, I would like to play first. You've got me in stereo, no spoilers. Alright. Okay, I'll keep natural Tron Karn. That's probably good, right? So let's start Mine Tablet. Pass the turn. I mean, I generally think the Inscribed Tablet's pretty good. Not enough power plants, you can't win with this hand. Alright. Opponent shocks a Steam Vents. Shatter Spree. Alpine Moon. That's annoying. Choosing Urza's Tower. Well, now we need a Force. Crack Inscribed Tablet. We'll take a Tower. Play a Tower. Pass the turn. So hands like this, where we already have Tron, is where we don't want Tablet, right? Basically, yeah. But I mean, like, when you already have Tron, your Sylvan Scryings are also kind of bad. So we draw a Chromatic Star. I'm going to go ahead and play the Power Plant. Play Star. Sack Star for green. See what we draw. Map. Play Map. We can map for Blast Zone. We're just a little ways off of activating Blast Zone. Okay, opponent sacks Aether Spellbomb to draw a card. Tablet can find Blast Zone, that is a good point. Oh, we can also get Boseiju and do it immediately, huh? Good thinking. Play another Urza's Tower. Pass the turn. They can also Pithing Needle Boseiju, by the way. See what they do. Okay, they're gonna float mana. Let's get Boseiju. And Boseiju the Moon. We have to crack in response to the ability. Because if we don't, they needle map. And alright, they're still getting Pithing Needle. They choose Karn Liberated as their threat to Pithing Needle of choice. Not a bad name. Like, we're holding a Karn Liberated. Opponent cannot think about what to do with their mana. Cannot decide, I mean. Yeah, I mean, that is the plan, is we're probably going to Ugin uptick on something, unless they have a way to disrupt Tron again. So opponent casts Ancient Stirrings. They get a Scalding Tarn. They play Scalding Tarn. They fetch. Get a Stomping Ground. I mean, it kind of looks like Teamer stuff. Okay, opponent attacks us for 2. We untap and draw Blast Zone. I can Blast Zone the Needle and then play Karn. Like, take out Saga. But, I mean, Karn would die in that scenario. So... I think we just play Ugin and shoot the Construct. You can reuse Saga with Conduit. That makes sense as to why they're playing it then. I'm going to go ahead and just play another tower here. Pass the turn. Remove a counter from a permanent you control. That's fair. Okay, opponent gets Expedition Map. So they're probably going to get Boseiju and then try to, like, Boseiju lock me off of Tron. I'm imagining. Sylvan Scrying. Boseiju who endures. If they hit mine, they're going to be, I think, in trouble. They hit mine. We get a forest. Then they pick up Boseiju. Okay. We untap. We draw Sylvan Scrying. So, -2, take out Ren and 6. Sylvan Scrying. Let's get a power plant. Play Blast Zone. And activate Blast Zone. Pass the turn. Maybe it was better to plus with Ugin. I mean, maybe. I mean, there's like 12 cards I want banned or something like that, but nobody likes my ideas, so... I actually don't think Ren and 6 is that egregious. Like, Ren and 6 is strong, but it's not like game over every time it's played. I'm going to pick up Sanctum of Ugin. I don't want to show them that I have a mine. Oh no, they already saw it. That was dumb. Okay, -2 Ugin again. Pass the turn. I think Ren is fine after Channel Lands, to be completely honest with you. Like, Ren and 6 Boseiju is good against decks that play no typed lands at all. Which is very few decks other than Green Tron specifically. Okay, we have no lands, we can tutor up. Okay. We untap, we draw Inscribed Tablet. Shoot Ren and 6. I'm just going to start upticking. Play Sanctum, play Tablet, crack Tablet, take a power plant, pass the turn. 4-color will lose a lot without Ren, it's their only play in the early game. Yeah, I mean, like, Ren and 6... So Ren and 6 is a really big consistency tool for your mana base because it just means you always make your land drops as long as it doesn't get answered. And they tried to sort of fix Ren and 6 by printing removal that could hit Planeswalkers early, and Ren and 6 is still a problem. So I guess from that lens, you might be able to argue that Ren and 6 is too strong. But, I mean, I'm not sure that it is. Okay, opponent plays a Power Conduit. And a Shadow Spear. Alright, we untap. We draw Karn, Great Creator. So, let's see. Play a Forest. -2 to take out the Goyf and Ren and 6. But I think the, like... I don't know, the bigger overarching problem that I have in Modern is that mana bases are too free. Like, everybody can play 5 colors with almost no restrictions because fetches, shocks, and tri-lands. And so, like, with Ren and 6 being able to guarantee that you make your land drops, and the mana base meaning that you can have all of your colors of mana in whatever combination of colors you possibly could want, like, there's a little bit of a problem there. Ban fetch lands? I mean, I would have preferred to just not print tri-lands, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about banning the fetch lands. Shut off Saga here. Hey, Mr. Poopy Butthole, how's it going? I definitely think they need to print something that makes it not free to run fetch lands. or not free to have like full domain all the time. I've mentioned this a few times on Discord and a few different Discords. I've mentioned it a few times on streams, and the answer, and for all of that, I still don't know what it looks like. So, like, I don't know what the answer is. Okay, we untap, we draw Expedition Map. Play Power Plant. Play Karn Liberated. I'm going to sack Sanctum and grab a Sundering Titan. Gonna kill Renin 6. We are going to animate Shadow Spear and kill Shadow Spear. Pass the turn. Print 0 mana Stifle. I mean, maybe, but I don't like Stifle because I don't want necessarily blue to just be the dominant strategy. I like damage-based punishment is not necessarily the answer. You need something that doesn't punish basic lands, right? So I just don't know what it looks like. And I've heard like some answers that are like, you know, kind of maybe that would work, but my opponent concedes. All right. We lost. Yeah, we lost game 1. Okay, so that's a match loss and a match win. Sorry. Oh yeah, second time. 3 active Planeswalkers. Second time that's ever happened. This hand's really sketchy, especially against my opponent's deck, so I am going to mulligan this. Maybe this works. We'll try it. I'm going to put back Expedition Map. Yeah, like, that's the thing, though. Like, Boseiju, repeated Boseiju, does not necessarily beat Tron, especially if you've already resolved a threat. If you've already resolved a threat, literally doesn't matter. His opponent Ancient Stirrings for a Wooded Foothills. We draw Oblivion Stone. Play Tower into Inscribed Tablet. Opponent plays Saga into a Tarmogoyf. We draw another tablet. We get a redundant tower, which is not where we want to be, but it's better than nothing. Play tablet, pass the turn. You resolve the Ugin before the Boseiju. I also think if you really want to have a chance at beating Boseiju lock more so than like my list does, you should be playing 3 basics. Because 3 basics allows you to still build up to an amount of mana that will let you cast Karn. You're not going to get stuck at like 6 available mana and be unable to do anything. And that actually matters a huge amount. There's Renin 6. Okay. We untap. We draw Karn Liberated. Crack Inscribed Tablet. There's a Blast Zone. I'm not sure that matters. I think I have to take Boseiju and play it as a green source, which is kind of gross. Play Boseiju. We're going to play Star. Sack Star for green. We found a power plant. Now we just need a mine. There's a mine. Okay, pass the turn. Yeah, and I know that feels bad, but like it's not unbeatable. Opponent plays a Pithing Needle, naming Karn the Great Creator. Then they crack Wooded Foothills for a mountain and play Pyrite Spellbomb. Picking up their fetch land, they hit us for 4. So we're going to play Mine. We're going to play Oblivion Stone. And we're going to play Map. Freesley, thank you for following. I appreciate it. So they have to kill Oblivion Stone if they have Boseiju. Okay? So we get a forest. I believe they're holding Wooded Foothills, though, so they can just Boseiju again. Okay, they were holding a Saga. Turn it off, auto yields. Get another forest. So I need a Wurmcoil Engine off the top. get a... Blast Zone doesn't help. It takes out a bunch of stuff, but that doesn't shrink this down low enough for us to survive. Yeah, we just get a mine. Ugin 6 might do it too. I guess if this is a line that you're running into frequently, maybe this is when you need the relics in the main deck over the Inscribed Tablet. I played the tablet that turn because the logic was they haven't seen that we have the last Tron land. If they have a Boseiju, they will Boseiju the O Stone, which they did. The problem there was didn't matter. Now, if Pithing Needle was not out, we could play Karn Great Creator and then animate like a sphere and block or something, but I think they got us. I can Sylvan Scrying for Blast Zone, I can take out all these 1-mana artifacts, and then we get hit for 5 damage and die. Karn Great Creator doesn't do anything by himself. I have 6 mana this turn. It doesn't really change anything. I guess I can cantrip with Sphere. If I find Force of Vigor off the top, that'll let me live. Very temporarily. That's not a Force of Vigor. Okay. We tried. Alright, moving on to round 2. That doesn't change the fact that it's a problem. Like, it's not a problem in the modern format. It's good against Tron. You got me there. I'm just saying it's not, like, necessarily needing a ban. Yeah, that's true. I lost because I missed turn 3 turn. Everyone forgets, too, Boseiju is not Ghost Quarter. It doesn't force your opponent to fetch a basic. They can fetch a Tri-land or a Shock land or any other land that has types. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just good against Tron because we play like 2 or 3 basics. And that's it. And really, I should be playing a 3 basic version with my Boseiju in the sideboard. I meant to do that, actually. That's something I called out recently and completely forgot that I was supposed to do. Probably because the last video I recorded it was late at night when I said that. The only reason that this list has Yavimaya in it is because this list is main decking a Sundering Titan, and Sundering Titan has been very good. Like, yes, Yavimaya helps prevent Void Mirror, but that's not why we're playing Yavimaya. If we can hit a second Tron land off this Inscribed Tablet, this hand is awesome. I am going to get super greedy and I'm going to keep this. Opponent has mulligan to 4. Alright, let's start Tower Tablet. Pass the turn. The mirror match? Probably. Seachrome Coast. Sigarda's Aid. Well, we might be very dead very fast. We draw Chromatic Sphere. We find a forest, which is not a Tron land. Play Star. Pass the turn. I mean, opponent could just have Hammer and we're done. Like, literally one hammer will kill us because we can't react in time. There it is. Opponent says XD. Yeah, mulligan to 4 for the actual nuts. You want to talk about a combo that actually might be strong enough to be banned. It's Hammer. Mainly because of the preponderance of kills that it has on turn 2. So Wurmcoil Engine's going into the side along with an Ulamog. We're bringing the Force of Vigors. We don't need the Veil of Summer, even though it's somewhat likely that they actually play counter spells. It's not going to matter. I'll put Engineered Explosives and Chalice of the Void in the main deck. I'm going to drop a Karn and Ugin, and an Ugin 6, and we'll try it like this. What would you ban out of Hammer? Hammer. Or Sigarda's Aid. Yeah, I mean, this is good. We'll keep Saga. I mean, Saga is real strong, but that comes down the turn after Hammer kills you. Like, if I had had 3 planes and temporary lockdown, I would have died to Hammer without casting temporary lockdown. Like, you understand the situation, right? Okay. We draw Tower. Fantastic. So, sack for green, Ancient Stirrings. Let's get an Engineered Explosives. Rest of the bottom. Play Power Plant. Play Star. Pass the turn. Why are you complaining? Modern is clearly a turn 2 format? Yeah, because they keep printing stuff that doesn't cost mana. It is. I missed when it was a turn 4 format. Alright, opponent plays a Springleaf Drum and passes. We draw an Oblivion Stone. Play a tower. Play Karn. Wish. And we are going to get Liquimetal Coating. And play Liquimetal Coating. Pass the turn. Shut off Saga on their upkeep. You think that enchantment was designed before they realized Lurrus needed to be banned? I think that those two things were completely unrelated to each other. I don't think they printed that as a safety valve for Lurrus when they couldn't predict that Companion would take over every Eternal metagame. That's not what happened. We draw an Urza's Mine, so we can wish, get Sundering Titan, play Urza's Mine, play Sundering Titan, kill both of our opponents' non-Saga lands, and then sack Star for green, and play Explosives on one. Pass the turn, stop on my opponent's upkeep, and I'm just going to force these two things. You know what? Kano doesn't read. Don't be like Kano. This is actually fine. We can chump with Sundering Titan and then blow up the board. This is Lavinia, Azorius Renegade, a card that I have personally played in a combo deck I designed around Lavinia, Azorius Renegade. So, you know... Actually, if they're attacking me... Oh, no, they could have a second hammer. Okay, opponent cracks Arid Mesa. If they have Pithing Needle for Engineered Explosives, that's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, they have an answer. So we untap. We draw Karn Liberated. So we shut off their land, blow it up, then we blow up the world. Karn does not survive this. We could not play Big Karn there because Big Karn what costs more than the number of lands we control due to Lavinia's other ability. Ulamog is not affected by this. Ulamog survives this. Play Sanctum. Play Big Karn. Sack Sanctum. Get Ulamog. Play Karn. Take out Inkmoth. Play Oblivion Stone. Pass the turn. Kind of. It counters if you don't spend mana, but it prevents you from casting non-creature spells that cost more than the number of lands you control. There's more text on that card. Let's see. Yeah, no adjustments. Run it back and hope we don't die. That's a mulligan. That's real tempting. I actually think... I'm going to keep this. No Veils. I'm going to put back Wurmcoil. Having Force is like so critical to actually beating them, but it still might not matter. Sigarda's Aid. Okay. Let's play Yavimaya and Inscribed Tablet. Kano read a card and designed a deck around it. No, I actually trial and errored my way into understanding what it did, and then decided to design a deck about it. Or around it. Alright, let's go ahead and kill these two things. Unfortunately, my opponent is able to tap that for mana because of Yavimaya. Okay, opponent has a Stoneforge Mystic. They get Kaldra. We untap, we draw Chromatic Star, crack Tablet. Tron land, please. There's a Tron land. So we'll take the Mine, play the Star. Pass the turn. What kind of combo? Doesn't it just stacks? If you play Lavinia Azorius Renegade and you play Knowledge Pool, your opponent can no longer play spells, but you can. Okay, they put Kaldra into play. But you used Lavinia and Grand Architect to power out Knowledge Pool on turn 3. So, sack Star for green. Okay, we draw. Tower! Play Tower, play Map, crack Map, get Power Plant, pass the turn. Okay, Saga ticking up to 2. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Plains, and they attack us for 6. I mean, it's pretty evil, but it's also really unlikely. Because there's no duplicates for like any of the combo pieces. Play Karn. Exile Caldera. Pass the turn. Actually, if I caught it fast enough, we'll play out Star. Okay. Okay, opponent makes a Construct token. They untap. Kind of hoping they just make a second Construct token. Okay. They make a Construct. Saga goes and gets something. Pithing Needle. So they can Pithing Needle Karn here if they want. Yeah, I already saw some lists playing Inscribed Tablet and Eldrazi Tron. Opponent did name the proper card, by the way. The correct choice was definitely naming Oblivion Stone. I was hoping they named Karn, but that is kind of like the naive name. So we need something good. Okay, let's sack Star for green, so we draw another Oblivion Stone. Sack Star for green. Draw Chalice, a little late. Play Sphere. Sack Sphere for green. Unfortunate. Yep, opponent beat us. I wasn't worried about the colorless mana simply because we had Yavimaya on the board, but yeah, opponent really thought about that play, or they were stream sniping and knew we had an Oblivion Stone, but I'm willing to believe my opponent understood that that was basically the only thing that was going to get us out of the situation. We don't really have a redundant Oblivion Stone. Like, there is Sylex, of course, but I really don't think Sylex is actually that good. I had higher hopes for it, but after playing with it a little bit, I actually think the card's kind of bad. Not saying it can't work, just that it's probably worse than just playing Oblivion Stone. Yeah, you have to be careful with Chalice of the Void. Alright. Round 3, here we go. We could definitely do better than this. We're going to mulligan. Yeah, I mean, this seems pretty decent. We'll put back a forest. Let's try and find a power plant. Yes, that was my analysis with it. If you could still use it to gotcha your opponent on their turn, it would be good. Opponent Ginger Brutes us for 1. This is probably also Hammer. We draw Ugin, so play mine, play Inscribed Tablet. Pass the turn. Why would someone start with Ginger Brute? It's their turn 1 play. That's all I got. I don't know. It's Hammer! Another matchup that's like very difficult for us to beat. We go to 18. Yes, it would be better to play All Is Dust than Sylex. And I think All Is Dust is still worse than Oblivion Stone because of the amount of moon effects. We find a redundant Urza's Mine. That's not what we want. Play Tower, play Star. Pass the turn. I mean, it's also unnecessary to try and make Big Ugin a combo or All Is Dust a combo. Like, 9 times out of 10, if you're casting an All Is Dust or you're casting an Ugin, you're winning. And you're winning very, very hard. Like, it's not necessary to turn Big Ugin or All Is Dust into an Armageddon as well. Okay, we take 6, go to 12. We untap and draw Power Plant. Fantastic. So, play Power Plant. Sack Star for green, see what we draw. An Oblivion Stone, huh? Bridge doesn't really do it because we have too many cards in hand. Explosives doesn't either. I could play Karn and uptick on Caldera. That's kind of dangerous. Because it turns it into a 7/7. Be 8/9. You know what? I think that's what I do, actually. Play Oblivion Stone, pass the turn. So I don't think they're going to have the extra damage. They might swing the Caldera at Karn, Great Creator, to kill him. And if they do, we can mop up the board with Ugin. Yep. Yeah, but we don't beat Aid Hammer. There's nothing we can do to beat Aid Hammer. Literal 0. So, like... Alright, we draw Expedition Map. So... Play Mine. I know. I'm just reacting for content. Could have easily beaten Paladin Hammer with Karn Bridge. Oh, probably. Play Expedition Map. Shoot Ginger Brute. Yeah, you can't sack him unless he's untapped. Nice try, though. Blacksmith skill. Was I dead? Did my opponent just miss lethal? Okay, opponent making a bunch of constructs. I mean, they're probably going to Pithing Needle O-Stone, I'm imagining. Springleaf Drum, okay. Ink Moth. Animate Ink Moth. Oh, we're dead. 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're not dead. We're not dead unless they have another blacksmith skill. Go to 1. Okay, we untap. We draw Sylvan Scrying. So I'm going to have to activate Oblivion Stone. Nice. I don't think that does anything. Just kind of guarantees we have a backup plan. Sylvan Scrying. Let's get a redundant tower. Play the tower. Crack map. Get Boseiju. Shoot opponent. Oh yeah, I did do the math wrong, didn't I? Activate O-Stone. Play Sphere. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a Giver, a Esper Sentinel, and a Stoneforge Mystic. They get the Reality Chip. We untap and draw Karn. Play Ugin 2. Pay 1 to prevent that. -2. Sack for green. I'm going to go ahead and Boseiju the Inkmoth Nexus. Alright, pass the turn. Another Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, you guys can hear that? That is the certain brown creature in his bed. Sawing some logs over there. I'll tell him later he's sleeping. What else did I take out? Karn's not that great. Titan's a little questionable. Wurmcoil's fine. Yeah, it's fine in the wishboard as well. I have to make room by cutting stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't want Ugin 6 here, and Ugin 8 is also less good because of the number of colorless threats they have. That's fine. I know you would. Okay. I mean, we can keep this. It's not amazing, but we have Force, we have some redraws, and we have Karn. It fetches up a Hollowed Fountain. Untapped and does nothing. Okay, we draw a tower. Play Mine. Play Star. Aggressive Spell Pierce. Okay. One plays a Plains into a Mystic. Sure. Who counters a Star? People who are desperate to slow Tron down. They get Hammer, which means they're probably already holding the Cauldra. Hey, Hyper Voice, how's it going? Okay, opponent plays a Springleaf Drum and a Pure Steel Paladin. Alright, we untap, we draw Karn, Great Creator. Higher potential upside is activating Tablet, because if we can find Power Plant, we can play Karn this turn, which does matter. I think I'm going to go for it. Another mine. How unfortunate. Okay. Play a mine. Sylvan Scrying. Let's go get a Power Plant. Pass the turn. I like Tablet, yeah. Opponent plays a Saga. Casts a Hammer. Get to draw a card. Second Hammer. Equip. Stirrings is what I was going to pitch to Force. And I still am. I mean, if they have another Spell Pierce, we're dead, but... Blacksmith skill saving 1 hammer. Okay. Well, we're not dead instantly. Opponent plays a Pithing Needle. Now, if they name correctly, we're in trouble. Their choice is Karn, Ugin, O-Stone, Little Karn, Blast Zone. If I was in my opponent's position, I would probably name Oblivion Stone. They blind name Karn Great Creator. We draw Expedition Map. Yeah, that just means we die. I can animate map as a... No, I can't. I can't do anything with Karn. Map for Blast Zone? Oh, and just die on next attack while I'm tapped out? There's nothing you can do. What do you do? Alright, round 3. We'll mulligan. Mulligan again. This is really not great. I'm going to 4. Alright. We did it. Is it the same hammer player that's named it correctly both times? Or was it the other hammer player too? Pull the back Force. I mean, I know people do, but... Yeah, no, that was the correct choice. If you had thought about all of the cards in my deck that you could name in that game with Pithing Needle, O-Stone was the only one that could have killed him. So naming O-Stone was correct. Naming Karn in the last game was a blind name. Okay. Lavinia, Azorius Renegade. That's a little annoying. We draw an Ancient Stirrings, so... Let's go get a Power Plant. I could get a green land to enable me to cast Stirrings, but I would rather have Tron assembled and then just draw a land to play Karn Great Creator. Okay, pass the turn. Okay, opponent fetches up a Caldra. And we untap. And we draw Yavimaya. Perfect. So, play Yavimaya. Play Karn. Wish with Karn. Let's get a Ensnaring Bridge. Play Ensnaring Bridge. And we're going to cast Ancient Stirrings and see if we want to fail to find. We can pick up Chalice and play Chalice on 0. That's fine. No, never mind. Lavinia! I mean, same result. We only have 1 card in hand. So if they have March of Otherworldly Light, 2 white cards, and then can put Cauldron into play, we're probably going to lose. Chalice on 1 was better. Yeah, but if I held it in my hand, they could attack with Lavinia and Stoneforge to kill Karn, so... And I wouldn't have been able to play it that turn. Okay, let's Wish. We will get a Sundering Titan. Play Sundering Titan, And opponent scoops. We got the match. Alright. Well, we won what is practically an unwinnable matchup. It is getting so hot in my office. The air is like not... No, Lavinia specifies non-creature spells that have mana value greater than the number of lands you control. Alright. Round 4. This is a mulligan. This is also a mulligan. Going to 4. Going to 3. 3 it is. Put back everything except Star, Mine, Stirrings. Let's go! No, I do have an air vent up here. It's just the AC is not running because the rest of the house is cold and my office is on the 2nd floor. Opponent starts with a Watery Grave into a Thoughtseize. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we're probably going to lose, but maybe if we beseech the Tron gods, they will bless us with the necessary top decks to win. So, like, we draw Tron land and cantrip into Sylvan Scrying. Oh, man, wouldn't that have been great, though? Go ahead and play Inscribed Tablet, pass the turn. I mean, I have a fan, it's just noisy. Does that bother people on the recording? Is that too loud? Is it just this constant whoosh? Opponent plays a Ledger Shredder. That's very loud? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Sure. We'll take a Yavimaya, I guess. Play Yavimaya. Cycle for green. See what we draw. Play map. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays a Tarmogoyf and hits us for 1. We untap, draw Sylvan Scrying. So, crack map. Let's get a power plant. Play power plant, pass the turn. Sigma is not in my house. Did you hear that? Kano didn't confirm that he didn't kidnap Sigma. He's just not keeping him in his house. No, I did not kidnap Sigma. I know how you people think. There's the Inquisition. I think they have to take Scrying. Because otherwise I have the possibility of top decking something that'll just ruin their day. Yeah, so now we have to top deck Tower. Okay, opponent hits us for 6. Tower, please. That is not a tower. Pass the turn. Opponent currently has 10 damage on board. So 11 if they tap Peatland. Why did I crack map instead of going for Scrying? Because they have stuff that can interact with stuff on board presence. So maybe I was supposed to Sylvan Scrying. Like, this is a non-standard Sultai deck. It's Sultai Shadow, but it's not a deck that I'm used to seeing. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, they probably have an Abrupt Decay, more than likely than having a second Thoughtseize, where that probably isn't actually the case if you were to sit down and calculate the probability. So, we're bringing in Veils. I don't know that I want Force of Vigor. Drop Oblivion Stone, put a Wurmcoil into the Wishboard, and I think I've got to cut... Yeah, I'll cut a 7-mana Karn. Actually, I'll cut an Inscribed Tablet. Is Dress Down enough to need Force? No. Dress Down's probably just going to kill us anyway. It's so unlikely that we would have Dress Down at the time that our opponent is it's so unlikely that we would have Force at the time that our opponent is using Dress Down. I will keep this 6. We are putting back Sanctum because Blast Zone is very useful against Shadow. We'll start Power Plant Sphere. Opponent almost certainly is going to cast Thoughtseize or Inquisition. It's like the #1 play from them. So There's a good chance we don't have the Sylvan Scrying on turn 2, but mulliganing to 5 from this hand was not worth it. Okay, opponent bobbles himself. Fetches with Polluted Delta, they don't like what they're top decking. They shock an Overgrown Tomb, and they pass. We draw another Scrying. Sphere for green, play tower, and Scrying for map. Or mine. Brain. Oh, Force of Negation. Cool. They also play Assassin's Trophy, like 100%, so... Okay. Tarmogoyf. We draw an Ancient Stirrings, so... Play Blast Zone. Play Chromatic Star. Sack Star for green. What did they pitch? They pitched a Dress Down. Sylvan Scrying. Get a mine. Pass the turn. They shock Breeding Pool. That's a Necromentia! No more Tron. No more Tron. Okay, we got a zombie. Opponent attacks us for 4. We untap. We draw a Veil of Summer. Boy, wouldn't that have been nice? Play Boseiju. Play Karn. Sure. Pitch Ledger Shredder. You got it. Pass the turn. Another Ledger Shredder. Opponent attacks for 4. I've never seen Sultai Shadow. Not for a very long time, anyway. Play Star. Yeah, I guess that is a reason you could play... Warping Whale pretty reasonably. Stirrings. Ledger Shredder connives. They ditch a Tarmogoyf. I guess I take Karn Grey Creator. Pass the turn. Opponent Fatal Pushes. Could have Veiled there, but I guess I'd rather Veil a Hand Hate spell here if they had it. Okay, they're going to attack us for 7. I guess I had to Veil that or I was just dead. I don't know, maybe I just threw this game. We draw... Power Plant. Yeah, I don't have Blast Zone on 2. I don't need to see dungeon information. Thank you. Yeah, there's nothing that's 1 mana I can wish for that matters. So, alright. I have Relic. Yeah, but I can't play and crack Relic. So, alright, let's see if we can win half our entry back. Alright, I will be mulliganing this. I will be mulliganing this as well. Yeah, I'll go to 4. Alright. Put back map. Wurmcoil Tower. I mean, it might be. Well, I put back my Wurmcoil Engine. So we know how this is gonna go. Inscribed Tablet on the top. You got it. We untap. Draw Inscribed Tablet. Play Tower, play Tablet. Opponent plays an Arid Mesa. Plays a Swift Sphere.
Stop! He's already dead!
They hit us for 3 and suspend a Rift Bolt. We reveal a Chromatic Star on top. Crack Inscribed Tablet. We find a Mine. Play the Mine. Play the Star. Pass the turn. Okay, Rift Bolt coming off Suspend. Shoots us for 3. We go to 12. We're at a virtual 8. I basically need to top deck Power Plant into Cantrip into Tron Threat. Okay, we're at a virtual 3. Okay, we draw Karn Great Creator. Sack Star for green. We find a map. Ancient Stirrings. We do find the power plant. So, play power plant. Play... I'm going to die to Searing Blaze, calling it now. Play Sphere. Play Karn. Animate Sphere to block. Pass the turn. Opponent fetches Bloodstained Mire. For Sacred Foundry tapped. Untaps. Okay. Versus Burn. Do I have a sideboard for Burn? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't really have a sideboard for Burn, so let's go. Chalice versus Burn is not as good as you think it is. Because depending on the Burn list, there's actually quite a bit of variance. Alright, well we've got 2/3 of Tron, starting with an Inscribed Tablet. Like, there's a good chance that they're playing more 2-drops than they are 1-drops, for example. And because of Rift Bolt and Skewer, there's a lot of 1-mana spells they play that are not actually 1 mana anymore. Okay, opponent plays Inspiring Vantage. Suspend Rift Bolt. We untap. Crack Inscribed Tablet. We find a Blast Zone, which is not what we hoped to find. Play Tower, play Star. Pass the turn. Rift Bolt coming off Suspend. Hitting us to 17. They play an Eidolon. Oh, finally the AC kicked back on. Feel like this nice cold air breeze coming from the side that's got the vent. So, sack Star for green. So we draw. Power Plant. Nice. Play Power Plant. And... not going to cast anything else into an Eidolon. We're going to pass. Opponent untaps. Plays a Mountain. Best top deck for us is actually like Yavimaya, I think. I'm going to cast a Goblin Guide. They attack us for 4. We draw Boseiju, which is not Yavimaya. We take 4, go to 13. We untap and draw Chromatic Star. So, play an Urza's Mine. Cast a Sundering Titan. Take out their Mountain. Pass the turn. Does the opponent have Smash? Boros Charm. Okay. Yeah, Tarek. That's what we're dealing with right now. Opponent suspends Rift Bolt. Attacks us for 4, revealing Chromatic Sphere. I guess I have to block the Eidolon. We go to 7. Opponent has another Eidolon. Okay, play Star. Go to 5. Sack Star. Draw a card. Mine. Boseiju. Eidolon. Yeah, he's going ham. Play Sphere. Sack Sphere for green. Play Star. Sack Star for green. Play Karn. Wish. Let's get Chalice. And put Chalice on 1. This is the only thing I can do. Opponent has 3 cards to find. Searing Blaze, Skullcrack. There it is. Brutal! Alright, so before I forget, the change that we have to make to this deck to actually make it somewhat reasonable is we need to move Boseiju over here, add a forest to the main deck, and cut probably this Oblivion Stone. As for Inscribed Tablet, I'm probably going to chop it down to 2 tablets, and we'll go back up to like 3 and 3. And I think this is the list that I want to be playing now. Hey Mav, how's it going? I still think Inscribed Tablet is very good. It has a much lesser performance today than it did the other day when I was testing it, but I still think it is pretty reasonable. So I definitely think that if you're playing other variants of Tron, you probably, especially like Eldrazi Tron, you should definitely get your Inscribed Tablets now while you can. But yeah, I don't have too much else to say. I am actually going to cut the stream off here. I had some ideas for brewing, but I'm actually like, they are uncommons. I had some ideas for brewing, but I'm actually like boiling up here in my office and want to get out of my office and figure out how to cool this place down. So you are all wonderful human beings. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!